Hello everyone, this is Manoj, your German coach. We are going to start the session in very short time, just 2 to 3 minutes, doing some technical and its changes. Please stay tuned. I believe the screen is visible to everyone and my voice is very much clear. Just in case you face any challenge, please drop your message in the comment section and I will look into it. So in today's session, we have divided our sessions in three parts. First part, we have this for A1 level for 3 hours. We'll be covering all the basic grammar aspects of A1. Second session is going to be for 3 hours for A2 learners. It's going to be for A2. And third session is going to be for B1, which is going to be for 3 hours again. So it's a long day, and I believe you have your Sunday and you will be able to enjoy this session. So this A1 level starts from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. A2 will be doing from 1:30 after break of 30 minutes, 1:30 to 4:30, and B1 again will do for 4:30 to 7:30. All right, so we'll start our session in just 4 minutes from now. Meanwhile, you may clear, keep your doubts, questions ready. Okay, see you then. So let us start. The first thing first we have in today's topic is the verb haben and sein. We'll do heißen and sein. We'll start one by one. So this is, as I said, this is going to be for A1 level. So the first thing we are going to cover the verb heißen and sein. These two verbs we are going to cover in this session. All right. So let us start with sein verb. So we have the personal pronouns ich, du, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie, and sie. Okay. So ich, with ich, which form do we use? We use ich bin, du bist, sie, es ist, wir sind, ihr seid, sie sind, sie sind. That is what we use with this one, with the verb sein. So ich bin ideally means I am. As I said, this particular session is only for those who are starting their language. Okay. I am, you are, sie, es ist, he, she, it is, we are, you all are, they are, and you are. So just for the clarification, we have three Z's here. This first Z is referring to she. This one is referring to you formal. And this one is referring to they. Okay. Difference we are going to cover in upcoming sessions. Now we have the verb heißen. Heißen ideally means to be called as. Heißen means to be called as. How people call me. I am Manoj. People call me Manoj. This is heißen. So ich heiße. Ich heiße, du heißt, sie, es heißt, wir heißen, ihr heißt, sie heißen, sie heißen. Okay, so here we see is I am called as. I am called as. You are called as. And so on. So let's suppose, hallo, ich bin Stefan. Ich heiße Stefan. Both is I am Stefan and people also call me Stefan. This is the verb heißen and sein. Moving to the next part, जो हमारा this session we have is verb and its structure. Okay, we'll do some practice also with this session. We are going to also do some practice. Verbs and its structure. So हमारी जो verb होती है German में, we divide our verbs in two parts. Okay, so this particular part, the first part, here this complete part, we called infinitive. Infinitive. Till the time the verb is not conjugated or verb is not broken or any changes there, we call it infinitive form, which is the original form. This second part we have is Endung. So हमारे German में we have three endings, en, ln, rn. Majority of verbs end in en. जो हमारी 99% verbs जो हैं जर्मन में ये एंड होती हैं ई एन पे. ठीक है, जैसे lernen, which means to learn, kochen, which means to cook, essen, which means to eat, trinken, which means to drink. अभी आप ऑब्जर्व करो जितनी भी हमारी वर्ब्स हैं यहाँ पर वो सब ई एन में एंड होती हैं. दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट जो हमारा एंडिंग से पहले होता है वी कॉल इट स्टम. ठीक है, वी कॉल इट स्टम. वी हैव दिस एंडुंग, वी हैव दिस स्टम. नाउ वी हैव टू टाइप्स ऑफ वर्ब्स हियर. वी हैव regular verbs, we have irregular verbs. We have irregular verbs. अब regular verbs और irregular verbs क्या होती हैं? Regular verbs होती हैं the verbs which follow a fixed pattern of conjugation. ये वो verbs होती है जो verb का fixed pattern follow करती हैं, use करती हैं, जिनमें stem remains constant. Stem remains constant, only ending changes. ठीक है, ऐसी verbs के अंदर stem हमारा constant रहेगा, सिर्फ ending change होगी. ठीक है, जैसे इसके अंदर learn में it is my regular verb. ठीक है, the stem here is learn, so learn will remain constant. Okay, let us take one example here. Let us take one example. We have lernen. Ich, du, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie and sie. In this one, my stem is learn. It will remain constant with every pronoun. Learn, learn, learn. अब change क्या होगा? Change यहाँ पे सिर्फ होगी हमारी ending. Whenever we use ish, हमारी verb की ending होती है e. So ish lerne. Whenever we use do, the verb is going to be with st. Du lernst. Sie lernt. Wir lernen. Ihr lernt. Sie lernen. Sie lernen. ठीक है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमारी एक और वर्ब है कॉखन. अब इसको ब्रेक करना है, कैसे करेंगे? स्टैम क्या है हमारा? कॉक, 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 कॉक. ठीक है, एंडिंग क्या जाएगी? इश कॉक, डू कॉक्स्ट, एस कॉक्ट, वी आर कॉकन, ईयर कॉक्ट, जी कॉकन, जी कॉकन. ठीक है, नाउ दीज एंडिंग्स डिपेंड्स ऑन द प्रोनाउन. एक और वर्ब लेते हैं, लेट्स सपोज कॉमन. इसको ब्रेक करते हैं. हाउ डू वी डू इट? इश कॉम, डू कॉम्स्ट, एस कॉम्ट, वी आर कॉमन, ihr kommt, sie kommen, sie kommen. Another verb, wohnen. Ich wohne, du wohnst, es wohnt, wir wohnen, ihr wohnt, जी wohnen, जी wohnen. अब हर जगह देखो यहाँ पर एंडिंग क्या जा रही है इसके साथ में, डू के साथ एस टी ई एन, एस टी ई एन टी, कॉमन, है ना? whenever we use, when we break these verbs, we follow these pattern. So इसको याद करने का एक और तरीका है. अगर मैं भूल जाता हूँ कभी कि एंडिंग याद कैसे रखनी है, तो आप सिंपल एक वर्ब याद करो, टेस्टन. टेस्टन मीन्स टू टेस्ट. अब इसको डिवाइड करते हैं हम इस पार्ट में. टी ई एस टी ई एन. हमारा टी कहाँ कहाँ यूज होता है? एस एस में और ईयर में. ई जाता है इश के साथ, एस टी आता है डू के साथ, रेस्ट वियर, जी और जी के साथ ईएन आता है. दिस इज हाउ वी कैन लर्न द कॉन्जुगेशन ऑफ रेगुलर वर्ब्स. ठीक है, let's try to do one example here, one practice exercise. Here in this exercise, what do we have? हमें conjugate करना है इन verbs को. How do we do it? Maria kommt aus Rom. अब Maria is the third person. ठीक है, तो what do we use? Kommt. Maria kommt aus Rom. Carlos, third person again. ठीक है, RGS की फॉर्म है कार्लोस की, तो क्या होगा? Carlos kommt aus Madrid. अब ich komme aus Indien. Karl und Eva, they are what? Karl and Eva, they are third person, they. So क्या लगेगा यहाँ पे? T, because it's en, na? It's they. Karl und Eva kommen aus Passau. Similarly, we have the verb kaufen. ठीक है, kaufen में Martin kauft Obst, Maria kauft Cola, Robert und Inge, they are plural, third person, kaufen Eis, ich kaufe Mineralwasser. Now we have the verb wohnen. Ich wohne in Passau. Carlos wohnt in Passau. Wir wohnen in Passau. Ihr wohnt in Passau. Trinken. Du trinkst Orangensaft. Ihr trinkt Kaffee, Tee. Ich trinke Bier. Robert trinkt Mineralwasser. That is what we have. This is how we break these verbs. Let's take another exercise here. We have to put endings to these verbs. Murat, Musik. Music के साथ कौन सी verb आएगी? Hören. Murat hört Musik. Du in Passau. Du wohnst in Passau. Hanna in Wien. Du wohnst आ सकता है और du studiert आ सकता है. Du studiert in Passau. Hanna wohnt in Wien. Ich mache eine Pause. Ihr in Berlin. Ihr के साथ जाएगा. We have T ending. कौन सा जाएगा? Ihr studiert in Berlin. तो du के साथ du wohnst in Passau. Hanna studiert in. Okay. Wir nach Hause gehen. Wir gehen nach Hause. Theo kennt Eva. Du lernst Deutsch. Eva ein Eis. Eva kauft ein Eis. Wir trinken Saft. This is how we use it. Moving, let's this part. We have to break the verb common with these pronouns. Common. Hatem kom aus Cairo. What ending we are going to give here to Hatem? Third person, singular. So Hatem kommt aus Cairo. Und du, ich komme aus Indien. Trinken. Ich trinke Kaffee und du, ich trinke Wasser. Wohnen. Maria, third person singular again. Maria wohnt in Rom und du, ich wohne in Indien. Fragen. Third person, wir. Wir के साथ fragen. Wir fragen Frau Lehmann und du, ich के साथ ending is going to be E. Ich frage Theo. Studieren. Paul. Paul is third person singular. RGS form. Ending will be T. Paul studiert in München und du, ich studiere auch in München. Gehen. Ich के साथ. Ich gehe nach Hause und du, ich gehe auch nach Hause. Let's try to do this exercise. Reden, antworten, reisen, heißen. Ich rede. Du redest. One second. Now, ich rede mit Paul, du redest mit Klaus, wir reden mit Maria, Paul redet mit Eva. Antworten, der Student antwortet, ich antworte Carlos, du antwortest Maria, ihr antwortet nicht. Wir reisen nach Spanien. Ich reise nach Polen. Du reist nach Frankreich. Ich reise nach, ihr reist nach Kanada. Die Studentin heißt Elena. Der Student heißt Carlos. Du heißt Stefan. Ich heiße Manoj. Let's move to this part. We have to use do form. Ich studiere. Du studierst. Max studiert. Wir studieren. Eva studiert. Paul und Maria studieren. Ihr studiert. Ihr arbeitet. Lena und Hannah arbeitet. Wir arbeiten. Du arbeitest. Ich arbeite. Max arbeitet. Wir reisen nach Prag. Ich reise nach Prag. Carlos reist nach Prag. Ihr reist nach Prag. Du reist nach Prag. Lena und Theo reisen nach Prag. Thomas und Eva reden mit Lena. Du redest mit Lena. Ich rede mit Lena. Hannah redet mit Lena. Ihr redet mit Lena. Wir reden mit Lena. This is how we use the verb. Okay, we break the verbs. With ich, ending is going to be e. With do, ending is going to be st. With ihr, ending is going to be, with rgs, ending is going to be t. With ear, ending is going to be t. With zz, ending is going to be en. That is how we break the verbs. Okay. Now, how do I say I am at home? Let us use few more interesting things here. For example, this is the use of verb sein. Ich bin zu Hause. Here I am using the verb bin. Ich bin zu Hause. I am at home. Er ist in Italien. Er ist in Italien. Wo sind wir? Where are we? How do we answer this? Ich bin zu Hause. Or wir sind im Supermarkt. Wir sind im Park. Wir sind zu Hause. Okay, and this is another way of using the verb sein. Let's say in this one, Julia und Maria in Italien. What do I write here? Julia und Maria sind in Italien. Du hier, you are here. Du bist. Do we remember the verb sein? Conjugation क्या थे उसके? Sein के, if we remember. Ich bin. Du bist. Sie es ist. Wir sind. Ihr seid. Sie sind and sie sind. Okay, these are the conjugation of the verb sein. So, ihr nicht im Rom. How do I write? Ihr seid nicht im Rom. Lena zu Hause. How do I write? Lena ist zu Hause. Carlos ist Spanier. Carlos is a Spanian guy. So how do I write? Carlos ist Spanier. Ihr im Bus. Ihr seid im Bus. Ich im Deutschkurs. How do I write? Ich bin im Deutschkurs. Du nett. Du bist nett. Okay? That is how we use. Okay. In this exercise, what are we supposed to do here? Du lernst Deutsch, oder? Ja, ich lerne Deutsch. Du gehst doch jetzt nach Hause. You are going to home, oder? Ja, ich gehe nach Hause. Carlos lernt doch auch Deutsch. Carlos is also learning German, isn't it? Ja, lernt auch Deutsch. Maria kommt doch aus Italien. How do I write? Ja, sie kommt aus Italien. Ihr studiert doch in München, oder? How do I write? Ja, ihr studiert in München. Or wir studieren in München. Eva und Max wohnen in Köln. How do I write? Ja, sie wohnen in Köln. Okay? This is how we use these verbs. Let's say another one. Here we have to put the verb ending and the personal pronoun. Herr Schneider wohnt in München. Mr. Schneider lives in München. Ist Lehrer. He is teacher. Herr Schneider trinkt Wasser. Mr. Schneider drinks water. Trinkt kein Bier. Wohnt Herr Schneider in München? Ja, wohnt in München. Was Herr Schneider von Beruf? Was ist Herr Schneider von Beruf? Ist Lehrer. He is teacher. Wie heißt die Frau? Die Frau heißt Frau Berg or sie heißt Frau Berg. Frau Berg in Köln ist Reporterin. What do we write? Frau Berg wohnt in Köln. Sie ist Reporterin. Wo, Frau Berg? In Köln. Wo wohnt Frau Berg? Sie wohnt in Köln. Was ist von Beruf? Reporterin. Was ist sie von Beruf? Sie ist Reporterin von Beruf. Okay, so this is how we basically use these personal pronouns and the verbs. Okay, in this session, in this next section, what we are going to cover? We are going to cover nouns and articles. Okay. In case you face any challenge or you need any kind of help or you have any doubt, you can definitely write us at learngerman@lingogurugerman.com. My team and I will help you definitely. Learngerman@lingogurugerman.com. Okay. Now, in this section, we are going to cover nouns and the articles. So, in German language, the nouns basically are classified into three genders. We have masculine, we have feminine, and we have neutral. Like Hindi, all the genders in this language are based on masculine, feminine, and neutral. In English, we have only the to specify, be it masculine noun, feminine noun, or neutral noun. But in German, we have genders-based noun. Another one we have is bestimmt articles, which are my definite pronoun, which represents the in English. We have unbestimmt articles, which defines a and an. We have plurals. Okay. Now, bestimmt, we say der. Der. For example, der Mann. Feminine, we represent with die. For example, die Frau. Neutrum, we represent with das. For example, das Kind. इन तीनों का मीनिंग जो है दैट इज द, कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है, तीनों को हम रेफर करते हैं द से, द मैन, द लेडी, द चाइल्ड. इनडेफिनिट, ein Mann, a man, eine Frau, a woman, ein Kind, a child. So तीनों का मीनिंग we have a and an, a man, a lady, a child. This here is simply referring to the. Plural articles we represent with d, and d. The. Plural में die Männer, die Frauen, and the Kinder. The. Now I want to say the man is intelligent. How will I say? The man is intelligent. Ab is verb we have done, third person. Der Mann ist intelligent. The lady is also intelligent. Die Frau ist auch intelligent. The child is smart or intelligent. Das Kind ist intelligent. Here we have used sein verb and we are using the. Okay, this is how we use the one. Now let's try to understand a few more examples. The man lives in Delhi. Here we have two things. The man, the verb wohnen, in and Ort. Der Mann wohnt in Delhi. The lady is rich. Here we need to know how do I write the lady. It is die Frau ist reich. Die Frau ist reich. All right. This is how we use the verb sein and we place sentences like this. Now let's see. Now there are in A1. I would recommend we need to basically learn or mug up such nouns with the definite articles. And my suggestion, whenever we use or learn any noun with article, we use with der, die, and das. So these I called parent articles. Whenever you want to use any noun, or you want to use anything, okay, with der, die and das only. So here, what is going to be my article? Kennen Sie die Artikel? Hotel. I'll just. Hotel is das Hotel. Das Hotel. Hotel we have is das Hotel. Bier. Das Bier. Milch. Die Milch. We have Orangensaft. It's der Orangensaft. Then we have Stift. Der Stift. We have Flasche. Die Flasche. Brot. Das Brot. Schule. Die Schule. Supermarkt. Der Supermarkt. Kino. Das Kino. Person, Freund. Der Freund. Professorin. Die Professorin. Whenever we are using any noun, we use with the help of der, die and das. There should be no other way you should follow. Only der, die and das. Alright? Let us practice through some examples here. Let us now understand Satzstruktur. We will try to learn basic sentences, very basic. Okay. The first place is always occupied by the subject. Second place is occupied by the verb, and then whatever information we need, whatever object is required, is always going to be after the verb. It is mandate that the verb stays at second position, and it should be in the conjugated form. Okay. For example, I am learning German. Here in this sentence, this is my continuous tense in English, but in German, we do not have any difference in continuous and affirmative sentences. So we'll only use first place. Ich am learning, second position, lerne, then we have German, Deutsch. Very simple. Ich lerne Deutsch. Ich komme morgen. Wir lernen Spanish, meaning we are learning Spanish. Next we have kauft Obst. he is buying bread. Uh, er wohnt in uh, Deutschland. He is living in Germany. In all these sentences, if we observe, we have subject first place. Second place is occupied by the verb only, and then we have the information. Okay, subject, verb, subject, verb, subject, verb, second position, always. Okay, let's try to understand more sentences here. Now here we need to put hören with subject and the information. First sentence, how will we make? Hören wir Musik. So what we'll write? Subject is wir. Then we have hören, the verb with, as per the conjugation of, with the pronoun wir. Wir hören Musik. Okay. Reisen Max und Eva nach Irland. Now what is the subject here? Subject is Max und Eva. Verb we have reisen. Now we will break the verb as per Max und Eva, which are they are referring to they. So it will be reisen nach Irland. Kaufen wir Brot. Kaufen. Now we have subject is wir. Again we'll break the verb with wir. Wir kaufen. We have Brot. Okay. Take around 2 minutes of time. Please try to frame sentences as per the format we explained here, and we'll move forward. So, arbeiten Herberg in München. Now, Herberg is my third person. Arbeiten. With third person, what verb will use? Arbeitet in München. Next, we have kommen Dora aus Ungarn. Dora is my subject. Dora, kommen. What is going to be? Third person, kommt. Dora kommt aus Ungarn. What's next? Studieren Lena in Wien. Lena is my third person singular. So Lena, third person singular takes T, studiert in Wien. Sein du zu Hause. Du is my subject. Du bist zu Hause. That is how we frame sentences. Now if I want to use question word, how is going to be? Question word with W-Frage. First place is occupied by the W-Frage. Then comes the verb. Then comes the subject. It can be a noun, it can be a pronoun, or then we have information if there is any, then question mark. For example, When are you coming? Here we have the question verb when, which refers to one. Coming is my verb. Kommst du, subject first place, verb, and we have subject. Wir Frage always first place. Then we have the subject, this verb. Then we have subject. Okay. Wir lernen Deutsch is my affirmative sentence. We are learning German. I want to make it in question. I want to use why. Why means warum. So how the sentence will be framed? First place is warum. Lernen Sie or lernst du or lernt ihr. Lernt ihr Deutsch. Okay. So this is always verb. Verb will stay at position number 2. No exceptions. Let's try to frame few sentences here. Was magst du? Ich lerne Deutsch. Was magst du? Ich lerne Deutsch. What's going to be my next sentence? Kauft Brot. What question should we use here? Kauft Brot. Carlos Brot. Carlos. Answer is Carlos, which is my person. So, wer kauft Brot? Who is buying the bread? So, answer is Carlos. Carlos, verb is kauft Brot. Carlos kauft Brot. Heißt die Lehrerin. With heißen we use wie heißt die Lehrerin. Sie heißt Frau Lehmann. So just spend around 2 minutes of time on this exercise and I will cross-check our answers afterward. So, what next? Trinkt Paul. Paul Bier. The question here is, the answer is Bier. So, was trinkt Paul? Paul trinkt Bier. Wohnt in Passau. Wohnt in Passau. Peter und Maria wohnt in Passau. So, what would be my answer here? Question. Wer wohnt in Passau? Peter und Maria wohnen in Passau because here it is plural. Studiert ihr? Studiert ihr? Studieren Jura. Was studiert ihr? Wir studieren Jura. Lernt Deutsch. Wir Deutsch. Wer lernt Deutsch? Wir lernen Deutsch. Then we have alt ist Thomas. Wie alt ist Thomas. Thomas ist oder ist 20 Jahre alt. Spät ist es. Wie spät ist es? Es ist jetzt 12 Uhr. Okay? And this idea is how we frame sentences. Question word, verb, question word, verb, question word, verb. Okay? Then we have verb. In all cases, if we observe, our verb is at second position in all these scenarios. Let's try another one. First one. Ist das? Was ist das? The answer is, das ist Käse. Kauft Käse. Buys cheese. Who buys cheese? Who is wer? Who buys cheese? Peter kauft Käse. Kauft Käse, kauft Peter Käse. Answer is im Supermarkt. So when we have at a specific location, we use wo kauft Peter Käse? Aus Frankreich, from France. Woher kommt der Käse? Where the cheese come from? Aus Frankreich, from France. Next one, attempt this one. Ist das? Was ist das? Das ist die Milch. Next one, answer is Eva. So, what do we write? Wer trinkt die Milch? Eva trinkt die Milch. Kauft Eva. Answer is im Supermarkt. The question will be, wo kauft Eva die Milch? Wo kauft Eva die Milch? Im Supermarkt. Aus Spanien. So we can say der, woher kommt. We have here der. Because milch, this is Saft. Okay, so this is, I'm sorry, my mistake. Here we have to use wer trinkt den Saft. Ab den क्यों है? That we are going to talk shortly. Eva trinkt den Saft. That is the next part we have. Wo kauft Eva den Saft? Okay, woher kommt der Saft? Okay, so it is der Saft kommt aus Spanien. Why it is den? This is our next topic. Okay, when we discuss the cases, nominative and accusative cases. Next we have das. Was ist das? Das ist Brot. Who is buying the bread? Wer kauft das Brot? Paul und Maria kaufen das Brot. Kauft Paul und Maria Brot? Wo kaufen Paul und Maria Brot? Answer is im Supermarkt. So if we see here, if there is a person who, we use where. From where, we use woher. Where is wo. Okay. And what, we have was. These are the four basic question words which we are using as of now. Next one, ist das? Was ist das? Das ist der Wein. Where? Who is drinking the wine? Where trinkt den Wein? As I said, we are going to discuss about this der and den shortly. Du trinkst den Wein. You are drinking the wine. Where this wine's from? Woher kommt der Wein? Aus Italien. It's from Italian. Okay, this is how we frame sentences. So next part we have is cases. How many cases do we have in German grammar? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cases as of now. The first case we have is nominative. The next case we have is accusative. We have dative and we have genitive. In A1 we need to know nominative, accusative and partially dative. In A2 we'll use dative and partially genitive. In B1 we'll be able to use all these 4 cases altogether. Okay, so let us first understand what are my nominative sentences. Okay. In nominative sentences, we have these 2 questions, either who or it's going to be what. Either who or what. In accusative sentences, we have who and what. Who and what. Who or who and. In other words, if I say in these sentences we have either one pronoun or one noun in the sentence. In this one we have either 2 pronouns or 2 nouns or 1 pronoun plus 1 noun plus question mark. Oh. Okay. Another difference in nominative sentences. Whenever we use nominative sentences, we always use the verb sein or heißen. They make the sentence nominative. In this one, we have haben verb and all action verbs. Okay, this is the basic identification. For example, ich bin Müller. Here I have only one subject. Who are you? The question here is, wer bist du? Ich habe ein Haus. Here we have 2 information. I have both I and the house. Who is having house? Ich habe. And what do I have? I have ein Haus. So we have here 1 pronoun and 1 noun. Ich trinke Cola. In this sentence again, who is drinking? Ich. What am I drinking? Cola. Whenever we have 2 questions, who and what. Who or what, whenever it's going to be, my sentence is going to be nominative and not accusative. Okay. Let us try to understand 2 more examples. Ich bin Peter. Ich komme aus New York. Ich habe einen Bruder. Let us try to understand which of these sentences is nominative and accusative. Here, ich and the verb sein. Whenever we use the verb sein, sentence is going to be nominative. This entire sentence is nominative. In this one also, there is only one question, who? Who is coming from New York? This one, who has one brother and what do I have? Einen Bruder. Okay, that is the difference. This is how we can identify the sentence as nominative or accusative. Another way to, okay, let us understand the difference between nominative article and accusative articles. Nominative and accusative. What are my nominative articles and what are my accusative articles? Masculine, feminine, neutral. Masculine, feminine, neutral. Bestimmt, unbestimmt, plural. Masculine we did der, die and das. Ein, eine, ein. Die, die. Accusative. Now here interesting part. My der becomes den. Ein becomes einen. Rest everything remains same. That means die remains die, das remains das, eine becomes eine, this remains this, die remains die, die remains die, die remains die. Only this nominative masculine and accusative masculine, they are changes. So der becomes den and ein becomes einen. That is the only difference. Okay. That is why ich trinke den Saft. Now because Saft का article जो होता है वो der होता है. अब der का बनता है den क्योंकि ये accusative है. This is my accusative part. How it is accusative? Because nominative is subject. Okay. Subject in a sentence is always nominative. The object in one sentence is always accusative. So we need to pay attention to the article and we need to find out whether this is my nominative part or accusative part. All right. Let's try to understand more sentences. I am buying a car. Here, who is buying a car? I, nominative. Ich. A car is das Auto. Das indefinite is ein. In accusative, ein remains ein. Ein Auto. Ich. The verb here is kaufe. Ich kaufe ein Auto. Ich kaufe ein Auto. They have a book. Who has a book? They have a book. Nominative. What do they have? They have a book. A book is das Buch. In accusative, das remains das. Indefinite article of das is ein. So, Sie haben, it's they have ein Buch. Sie haben ein Buch. It's very easy to identify nominative and accusative part. Okay. So as said, in case of any question, you can simply write me. Let's understand this. In these sentences, we try to find out the difference between nominative and accusative, or nominative particles and accusative particles. I meet them on Tuesday. I meet them on Tuesday. How do I write? What is my nominative part? Who is meeting them? It's I. Who am I meeting? Them. There are two pronouns, I and them. So it is I is nominative and them is my accusative part. They invited me. Who have they invited? They have invited me. Who invited me? They. So again, two questions. Who? Now, they is my nominative because they are the one who are inviting me, and me is the accusative because they're inviting the subject, object. Paul hit the ball. Now let us also try to write we try to understand this also. It is my first one. Ich. To meet is the verb treffen. Ich treffe sie am Dienstag. They invited me. Accusative. Sie laden mich ein. Accusative pronoun. Nominative is ich, du, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie, sie. They are what? Nominative. What are my accusative? Ich, mich, du, dich, ihn. Sie remains sie. Es, wir, uns. Ihr, euch. Sie, sie, sie. Nominative, accusative. Now, here they invited me. Sie laden mich ein. Paul hit the ball. Paul is nominative. The ball is der Ball. So Paul, now because der Ball is accusative, what is the Paul hitting? Den Ball. Okay? Schlagt den Ball. We forget this verb because that's not really for A1. Martin and Petra like to read. Here, the object is missing. What do they like to read? Object is missing. So the sentence is accusative but without object. Martin und Petra lesen gern. Lesen. Have you seen a Shakespeare play? Now here we have two things. You and Shakespeare. Okay. You is my nominative. Shakespeare's play is accusative. I'm sleeping. Ich schlafe. There is no object. Sentence remains nominative. Is that a Mercedes? Again, there is no object. It's only Mercedes. Nominative. Donald owns a hotel and a car. Now here, who is having hotel and a car? It's the Donald who is having hotel and the car. So Donald becomes nominative. A hotel and a car, it becomes accusative part. All right. Let's try to find out nominative part and accusative part in this one. Hat ein Buch. Er is subject. Ein Buch is my object. Ich trinke Kaffee. Ich, subject. Kaffee, object. Martin und Georg kaufen viele CDs. So Martin und Robert, Georg becomes subject. CDs, object. Peter hat den Stift. Peter, subject. Den Stift, object. Herr Schmidt trinkt eine Cola und ein Bier. Herr Schmidt is the subject. Cola und ein Bier is the object. Unsere Großeltern sprechen Deutsch. Our grandparents speak German. So, unsere Großeltern, it is my subject. What do they speak? They speak Deutsch. It is my object. So this is how we understand or we differentiate nominative and accusative part. All right. All right. Let us go ahead. All right. The next topic which we are going to pick up is adjective. So I have picked up certain crucial topics for A1. Okay. Adjective, adjectives. What are adjectives? Any word which describes a noun is my adjective, be it whatever. So what basic adjectives we can have? Guess the meaning. Gut, schlecht, kalt, warm, groß, klein, interessant, langweilig, intelligent, dumm, teuer, billig, reich, arm. Okay. What else we can have? Apart from this, whenever we use any color, rot, schwarz, weiß, brown, grün, grau, gelb. Whenever we use any color before a noun, they also become my adjectives. So anything which describes a noun is basically my adjective. Okay. 2 minutes, please try to find out meaning of these adjectives, and if you have more, please write down. Welcome back. How do we use these adjectives? That's also important for us to know. I want to say the man is rich. How do I say the man is rich? The man is rich. What is the man? It's der Mann. Second position ist reich. Rich. Gut means good. Schlecht means bad. Kalt is cold. Warm is warm. Warm. Groß, big, small, interessant. Langweilig. Interessant, langweilig. Intelligent, dumm. Intelligent, dumm. Teuer, billig. Teuer, billig. Reich, rich. Arm, poor. The man is rich. Schön, hässlich. Beautiful, ugly. Let's suppose I like expensive. Okay, we use this later. Expensive cars. The car is expensive. The car is expensive. How do I write? The car is expensive. Das Auto ist teuer. Please make sure whenever we use any adjective before a noun, they carry endings, which is our A2 topic. In A1, we only need to know the understanding of adjectives, no complex things. The child is intelligent. Das Kind ist intelligent. Verb ist intelligent. All right? I'll find some exercise for you. Here we have house klein. I want to frame a sentence. The question is like this. Let's try to understand the use. Ist das Buch dick? Dick is thick. Is the book thick? Ja, es ist sehr dick. Es ist. Es is referring to das Buch. Again, we have the verb and the adjective. There we have used an expression to mention very. Haus ist klein. I want to frame a sentence, a question first. Haus ist klein. Ist das Haus klein? Ist das Haus klein? I want to say yes, the house is small. So, ja, S. Because it is das, we have S. If my article is there, we use er. If the article is D, we'll use to express Z. If article is das, we use S. These three are referring to it. Es ist klein. Ja, es ist klein. Frage schwierig. Frage article die Frage. So how do we write? Ist die Frage schwierig? Is the question difficult? I want to say yes, the question is difficult. So, ja, now we have D. So it will be sie ist schwierig. Getränke kalt. Getränke is plural. So sind die Getränke kalt? Ja, the drinks are cold. Ja, sie sind kalt. Peter faul. Faul is lazy. Is the Peter lazy? How do we write? Ist der Peter faul? Yes, he is lazy. Ja, ist faul. Laptop teuer. Ist der Laptop teuer? Ja, it is teuer. Ja, der ist teuer. Right? The next one. Meter, hock. Meter is rent. Is the rent high? How do we write? Ist die Miete hoch? Ja, die Miete ist hoch. Du krank. Krank is sick. Bist du krank? Bist du krank? Ja, ich bin krank. I am sick. Bananen billig. Bananen, bananas, plural. Sind die Bananen billig? Are the bananas cheap? Ja, sie sind. We'll use the adjective as it is. There are no changes in the ending. Now, Tee heiß. How do we write? Ist der Tee heiß? Ja, der Tee. Na? So we'll use ist heiß. Musik laut. Article of Musik, die Musik. So what do we write? Ist die Musik laut? Answer would be ja, sie ist laut. Apfel sauer. We have Apfel, plural form of Apfel. Apfel is apple, Apfel is plural. Sind die Äpfel sauer? How do we write? Ja, sie sind sauer. Paul und Eva müde. Plural. Sind Paul und Eva müde? Ja, sie sind müde. Yeah, they are. Sie refers to both of them, which is they are. Now, this is such a situation when we are using expressing yes. How it would be if I want to deny something? For example, ist das Haus teuer? Is the house expensive? We deny this time. Nein, es ist nicht teuer. Whenever we are denying any adjective, we say nicht. Before adjective, nicht is going to be used. For example, in this exercise, I want to deny. Ist das Wasser warm? Is nein. Either I can say nein, es ist nicht warm, or I can say es ist kalt. Nein, es ist kalt. Let's practice. Ist die Milch billig? Nein, sie ist nicht billig or sie ist teuer. Ist die Prüfung einfach? Is the exam easy? Opposite of einfach ist schwer. Nein, sie ist nicht einfach. Or I can say, sie ist schwer. Or schwierig. You can use anything. Ist Paul gesund? Is Paul healthy? Nein, er ist krank. Or er ist nicht gesund. Ist die Studentin faul? Is the student lazy? How do we write? Is die Studentin faul? Nein, sie ist nicht faul. Or sie ist aktiv. You can use anything. Just an expression. Okay? So I give you 1 minute of time. You can simply try to frame these sentences the way I have explained. And then we will cross-check. I'll give you verbal statements, verbal answers, and you'll be able to cross-check that. Just 1 minute, 60 seconds. Ist der Herr verheiratet? Verheiratet means married. Is the gentleman married? How will we say? Nein, er ist nicht verheiratet. Or opposite of verheiratet? Verheiratet is ledig. Or we can say, nein, er ist ledig. Ist das Auto langsam? Is the car slow? Opposite of langsam. Langsam, schnell. So what do we use? How do we say? Nein, es ist nicht langsam. Or you can say, es ist schnell. Ist das Wetter gut? Is the weather good? Nein, das Wetter ist nicht gut. Or das Wetter ist schlecht. Ist die Übung schwierig? How do we say? Is the exam exercise difficult? I can say, nein, sie ist nicht schwierig. Or sie ist einfach. Sind die Kinder leise? Are the kids not loud? Nein, sie sind nicht leise. Or sie sind laut. Opposite of leise, laut. Ist die Jacke teuer? Is the jacket expensive? Nein, sie ist nicht teuer or sie ist billig. Ist das Brot alt? Nein, das Brot ist nicht alt or das Brot ist frisch. Here, the alt is not going in terms of age, it is going in terms of quality. If it is age, then we can say jung. If it is in terms of old and new, we use neu. Ist der Mann alt? Now here we see, is the man old? Nein, ist jung. In next one, it is going in terms of expiry, you say. Is das Fahrrad alt? Is the cycle old? Nein, das Fahrrad or es ist neu. Ist die Antwort richtig? Opposite of richtig is falsch. Richtig, falsch. Ist die Antwort richtig? Nein, sie ist falsch. Okay, this is how we use such adjectives. The another crucial topic we have is trennbare und nicht trennbare Verben, separable and non-separable verbs. I have opted certain crucial topics for your revision so that you can revise everything. Okay, so all the verbs which have ab, an, auf, aus, mit, her, for, zu, zurück, ein as prefix, so we have three parts of verbs here. This here is prefix, then we have Stamm and Endung. Okay, so whenever we break these verbs, my prefix is separated by the rest of the part, and when we use in a sentence, the prefix will go in the end. Okay, for example, we have a verb called einladen, which means to invite. Einladen is to invite. Here in this one, what we will use? Here in this one, this here is my prefix, this is my verb. Subject, the verb we will break as per the rule. Ich lade dich. Now ein will go in the end. This ein. That is why we call it separable verbs. They are separated always. Another example is abholen, which is to pick. Ich hole dich. Now we have this ab. Ab will go in the end. Ich hole dich ab. Ich hole dich ab. Sure, Arpan. I'll definitely send you the documents. Please send me your mail ID. Thank you. Another example we take, an. Okay, any form with an. Anhören. Ich höre blah 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 an. Here, the prefix will always stay in the end of sentence. It will not come anywhere except the end. Okay, let's try to understand through one example. Abschließen. Beispiel. Abschließen. Du die Tür. That's an example. Abschließen, du die Tür. So, how do we write? Du schließt die Tür ab. Ab is separated from here. The verb here is abschließen. We will send the ab in the end of sentence. Abfahren, to depart. Der Bus in 10 Minuten. So how will I write? Subject. Der Bus. Fahren we conjugate. Fährt in 10 Minuten ab. The bus will depart in 10 minutes. Ankreuzen. Du die richtige Antwort. Du kreuzest die richtige Antwort an. Aufstehen, um 7 Uhr. Er steht um 7 Uhr an. Okay? Aussteigen, ich in Frankfurt. Ich steige in Frankfurt aus. Ankommen, der Zug um 20:30 Uhr. Der Zug kommt um 20:30 Uhr an. Okay, there we see every time we are sending the prefixes in the end of a sentence. Just try to do the next 5. 1 minute. Alright. Einladen ich Peter ins Kino. Ich lade Peter ins Kino ein. Herstellen Siemens Waschmaschinen. Siemens stellt Waschmaschinen her. Vorlesen die Studentin das Referat. Die Studentin liest das Referat vor. Zumachen du die Tür. Du machst die Tür zu. Zurückgeben das Buch. Er gibt das Buch zurück. This is how. Now there are certain exceptions. We do not break or separate the verbs. There are 7 prefixes which are never separated. What are these? Whenever we have be as a prefix of a verb, for example, bekommen. Whenever we have ge as a prefix, for example, gefallen. Whenever we have ent as a prefix, entlassen. Whenever we have emp as a prefix, empfehlen. Whenever we have ser as a prefix, zerstören. Whenever we have as a prefix, erhören or erfahren. And whenever we have ver as a prefix, vergessen. Whenever we have these prefixes, we will never ever separate them. We'll use the verb the way it is. Ich bekomme das Geld. I receive the money. Mir gefällt das Haus. I like the house. Okay? This is how we use. We will never break these separable verbs. Let's try to understand this through this example, this exercise. Bezahlen, do die Rechnung. So how do we write? Du bezahlst die Rechnung. Here we see we have not separated this verb. Beginnen der Kurs am Montag. Der Kurs beginnt am Montag. Empfehlen ich das Stieg. Ich empfehle das Stieg. Entlassen die Firma viele Arbeiter. Die Firma entlässt viele Arbeiter. Okay? Erklären Lehrer die Grammatik. Der Lehrer erklärt die Grammatik. Genießen du die freie Zeit. Du genießt die freie Zeit. Verstehen ich das Problem. Ich verstehe das Problem. Vergessen Paul die Hausaufgabe. Paul vergisst die Hausaufgabe. Verdienen Karl viel Geld? Karl verdient viel Geld. Zerreißen Maria die Notiz. Maria zerreißt die Notiz. In this example or this exercise, we have observed that we never separate these prefixes or the verbs which have these 7 prefixes. What are these? And, emp, ge, be, ser, fer, er. Whenever we have these 7 prefixes with the verb, we never separate them. Never. All right. Let us move to our next exercise. Now, these are what? These are non-separable verbs. We never separate them. Okay? If you have any question in this part, you may please send us an email or write in the comment section. Let us come back to our next part, which is my possessive pronomen. Possessive pronouns. What are possessive pronouns? In English, sentences like my house, your book, our parents. This my, it is not personal pronoun, it is my possessive pronoun. I possess some article. How do we use this in German grammar? Let us first of all understand what are possessive. We have personal pronomen and we have possessive pronomen. Interesting topic. So, ich, du, er, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie, sie. These are what? These are my personal pronomen. Ich becomes mine. Ich becomes mine. Du, dein. Er, sein. Sie, ihr. Es, sein. Wir, unser. Ihr, euer. Sie, ihr, sie, ihr. So my, your. These are called as pronomen. Pronomen, possessive pronomen. Whenever we use these pronomen just before a noun, whenever these pronouns are used before a noun, they are called as possessive adjectives or articles. Whenever we use these possessive pronouns before a noun or a pronoun, okay, they are called as possessive articles or possessive adjectives. For example, my, it itself is a pronoun, but my house, it becomes my adjective. Now, how do we use these possessive pronouns as adjectives? We have nominative articles and we have accusative articles. Nominative we have masculine, feminine, neutral. Masculine, feminine, neutral. My masculine indefinite article is ein, eine, ein. Einen, eine, ein. What are our pronouns? Mein, dein, sein, ihr, sein, unser, euer, ihr, ihr. That is important. Okay. Now, if I see this ein and eine and ein, if it is ein, my pronoun is going to be mine, dein, sein, ihr, sein, unser, euer, ihr, ihr. If it is ein, there is no ending, there is no ending. यहाँ पर we have e as ending, so it will be meine, deine, seine, ihre, seine, unsere, eure, ihre, ihre. अगर ई है तो ई आएगा, अगर ईएन है तो ईएन आएगा. meinen, deinen, seinen, ihren, seinen, unseren, euren, ihren, ihren. Here we have e, so we'll use e. Here we have nothing, so we'll write nothing. We need to make sure whatever ending we have after e, we'll use that to make it adjective. Okay, so it is mein, dein, sein, ihr, sein, and so on, and so on. Now the question arises, how do we use these adjectives? Before using these adjectives, we have to identify these three things. What is the gender of my noun? My father, in this one, the father is masculine, so it will be masculine. What is gender? What is casus? Casus is what case it belongs to. Either it is nominative or accusative. Nominative or accusative. Next thing, we have to check what is my category. That means either it is singular or it is plural. Beispiel. My father is nice. Here, in this part, my father is nominative. So I look every solution in nominative. Nominative masculine. My father, masculine. It is mine. Mein Vater ist nett. Your brother is intelligent. Here, your brother, again, nominative, I'll come to nominative. Your, I'll come to your, okay, it's masculine. So, dein Bruder ist intelligent. Right? Please keep on taking screenshots or writing down the things, because I will keep on removing this screen to get the new blank blackboard. I like my father. Up in this part, this is my accusative, this is my nominative. Ich mag. In accusative, what was my? It was masculine meinen. Ich mag meinen Vater, because it was masculine accusative my. Right? That is how we use that. Let's do this exercise. Mein Wohnzimmer ist ziemlich klein. Why it is mein here? Because it is nominative. Mein Wohnzimmer ist ziemlich klein. Ich besuche meinen Onkel. What am I visiting? I am visiting my uncle. It becomes accusative. I give you 2 minutes of time. Just try to fill these blanks using form of my. Only my. Okay? Please. Okay. So how it will be? Ich bringe mein Fahrrad in die Garage. Mein Onkel fährt morgen nach Köln. Ich treffe morgen meine Kollegin. Bei meine, because it is feminine. Ich muss mein Zimmer aufräumen. Meine Eltern fahren in Urlaub. Mein Bleistift ist weg. Ich will meinen Großvater einladen. Ich suche meine Socken. Ich möchte meinen Computer verkaufen. Meine Freundin sucht einen Job. Mein Rucksack liegt hier. Ich muss meine Schuhe putzen. Ich finde meinen Kugelschreiber nicht. Meinen. Why meinen? Because it is accusative masculine. Mein Auto ist sehr teuer. Mein Auto ist sehr teuer. That's how we use possessive pronoun. Let's try to do more examples here. Here we have to put possessive pronoun like this. Ich besuche meine Tante. Wir besuchen. Now wir, what is going to be possessive for wir? Unser. Now it is plural. Unsere. Wir besuchen unsere Eltern. Paul fragt seinen Vater. Because Paul is third person, singular, he. He is asking his father. Paul fragt seinen Vater. Eva sieht morgen seinen Onkel. Ihr ladet eure Tante ein. Ihr, possessive pronoun euer, so it will be eure because Tante. Du räumst dein Zimmer auf. Du räumst dein Zimmer auf. Trifft Amira Freundin. Amira feminine. Is Amira meeting her friend? Trifft Amira ihre Freundin. Besucht ihr euren Großvater. Why euren again? Because it is ihr. Ihr has euer. Now it is accusative. In accusative masculine, it is euren. Besucht ihr euren Großvater. Sie treffen Freunde. Sie treffen ihre Freunde. Wir räumen unsere Wohnung auf. Unsere, because Wohnung is die Wohnung. Geld is das Geld. Max, third person singular. Max zählt sein Geld. Geschwister, plural. Eva trifft heute Abend ihre Geschwister, because Eva is feminine, ihre Geschwister. Kennst du Nachbarin? Kennst du deine Nachbarin? Wir holen Gepäck. Gepäck ist das Gepäck. Wir holen unser Gepäck. That's how we use. Okay? So these are what? These are my possessive pronouns. So in case of any question or doubt, you can definitely write us on the mail ID I have given. The next topic we have is Präteritum or past form of sein and haben. Sein and In English, we represent this by I am, I was. You are, you were. So sein Präteritum is waren. Haben's Präteritum form or past form is hatten. Ich, du, er, sie. Okay, we write this way. Er, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie, and sie. So, ich war, ich hatte. Ich war, ich hatte. Du warst, du hattest. Er sie es war, er sie es hatte. Wir waren, wir hatten. Ihr wart, ihr hattet. Sie waren, sie hatten. Ich war jung. I was young. Present, ich bin alt. Past, I was. Present, this way, I am. Similarly, I have a car. How do I say? Ich habe ein Auto. I had a bicycle. How do I say? Ich hatte ein Fahrrad. Ich habe, ich hatte. Alright, let us try to understand this exercise through one example. Hatte keine Zeit? Did he never has time? You were in cinema. How do I write? Hattest du gestern im Kino oder warst du gestern im Kino? Were you in cinema yesterday? Hattet ihr Besuch? Im Urlaub? War in Urlaub? Du Urlaub? Ihr mit dem Essen zufrieden? Wart ihr mit dem Essen zufrieden? Sie Probleme? Hatten sie Probleme? Why hatten? Because of formal sie. Warst du krank? Warst du krank? Waren Sie letzte Woche in Köln? Waren Sie letzte Woche in Köln? War der Film interessant? Wart ihr schon in der neuen Disco? Hattest du viel Arbeit? Warst du schon bei Klaus? Okay, so this is how we use waren und hatten. Waren und hatten. She was intelligent. How will I say that? She was intelligent. She was. Sie war intelligent. We were friends. Wir waren Freunden. They had a car. Sie hatten ein Auto. All right, this is my Präteritum of haben und hatten. Okay, it's very easy. I totally understand that this session is very small, but I have to cover very, very important topics for your respective levels. Let us move to my next part, which is side adverbial, time adverbs. In English, we use today, tomorrow, rare, I do it often, I'll do it next week. Whatever adverbs we use which represents time is this way. So we have a chain, like something I never do. I do it never. Ich mache nie. Ich mache es nie. Never. I do it, but very rare. Ich mache es selten. I do it very rare. Manchmal, sometimes. Ich mache es manchmal. I do it very rare. Sometimes. I do it often. Ich mache es oft. Immer. So in A1, these are the 5 adverbs we can use. Immer. Always. Ich mache es immer. Let us try to understand or frame sentences. Okay. So here, ich mache es nie, I can also say niemals. Niemals. Selten, we can also use kaum, rare. Manchmal I can also express it with ab und zu. Oft I can also use häufig. Let's try to do this exercise and we'll be able to understand. I give you 2 minutes of time and I request you to frame sentences like this. Then we'll cross check. Okay, first one. Gehst du manchmal ins Kino? We have to replace with ab und zu. So it will be, gehst du ab und zu ins Kino? Ich gehe ab und zu ins Kino. Isst du kein Obst? Isst du kein Obst? Oft. Ich esse oft Obst. Spielst du oft Fußball? Spielst du oft Fußball? Ich spiele Fußball selten. Let's try to frame like this. Isst du kein Obst? Ja, ich esse oft Obst. I eat it often. Spielst du oft Fußball? I'm not denying. Nein, ich spiele Fußball sehr selten. Very rare. Kaufst du keinen Käse? Nein. Or ja, ich kaufe Käse manchmal. Or manchmal kaufe ich Käse. Manchmal kaufe ich Käse. Hörst du zu Hause Musik? Hörst du zu Hause Musik? Ich höre Musik or ständig. We can also start this way. Ständig höre ich Musik zu Hause. Ständig höre ich Musik zu Hause. Trinkst du keinen Alkohol? Nie trinke ich Alkohol. Gehst du oft ins Café? Ich gehe kaum ins Café. Isst du nie Fleisch? Oft. Oft esse ich Fleisch. Fährst du nie mit dem Bus? Ab und zu. Ab und zu fahre ich mit dem Bus. Gehst du oft in die Disco? Ich gehe fast nie in die Disco. Liest du immer die Zeitung? Ich lese kaum die Zeitung or kaum lese ich die Zeitung. Lernst du die Wörter nicht? Ich lerne immer die Wörter or immer lerne ich die Wörter. Let's try to undo it in a different way. Kaufst du manchmal Wein? Ja, ich kaufe oft Wein, ab und zu Wein. Fahren mit dem Bus. Use any time adverb and frame sentence. Fahren mit dem Bus. Fährst du oft mit dem Bus? Ja, ich fahre offen or oft mit dem Bus. Nein, ich fahre selten mit dem Bus. Essen Obst. Isst du immer Obst? Nein, ich esse manchmal Obst. Or oft esse ich Obst. Na? Trinken Bier. Trinkst du immer Bier? Nein, ich trinke nie Bier. Or oft trinke ich Bier. Or manchmal trinke ich Bier. These are the time adverb which you can use to express your activity which you do more often, or sometimes you do, sometimes you don't do. Okay? This is how we use it. Moving to the next part. Moving to the next part we have now is introduction to dative case. Datives. What are the dative cases? How do we use them? So, nominative. In A1, only understanding of dative is required. We don't have to do dative in detail. Okay. Nominative, we have who or what. Accusative, we have who and what. In dative, we have who plus what plus to or from whom. Here we have one noun or one pronoun. Here we have two nouns or two pronouns, or one noun plus one pronoun. Here we have three nouns or three pronouns, or two noun plus one pronoun, or one noun plus two pronouns. Okay? Here there is a subject who is giving or taking something from, to, or from someone. Now, when we use to or from someone, this is my dative. Whatever the subject is giving or taking is always accusative part. For example, my dad gives me a book. In this sentence, who is giving me the book? Dad, which is nominative. Me, to whom the book is being given? Dative. What is my dad giving? Is accusative. Whatever is being given, whoever is giving or taking. Nominative. Whatever is given or taken. Accusative. Whosoever or from whosoever is something given or taken. Dative. Another example. He always gives me advice. Who gives? subject, and which is nominative. What is being given? Advice, which is my accusative. To whom advice is being given or taken? To whom? It's always dative. This is important for us to know the difference between nominative and accusative and dative. Personal pronomen, nominative. Ich, du, er, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie, sie. Accusative. Ich, mich, du, dich, er, ihn, sie, sie, es, wir, uns, ihr, euch, sie, sie. Dative. Ich, mich, mir, du, dich, dir, er, ihn, ihm, sie, ihr, es, ihm, wir, uns, ihr, euch, sie, ihnen, sie, ihnen. These are what? My dative pronoun. Example, I am giving you a book. So, ich gebe dir. Now, here it is you. Ich gebe dir ein Buch. Ich gebe dir ein Buch. You are giving me, you are giving me a notebook. Or like, for example, you are giving me a book. Now in this sentence, we have three particles, which is you, me, and the book. In first one, it was me who was giving you a book. And the second one, it was you who is giving me a book. So, du gibst mir ein Buch. Du mir ein Buch. It is du mir ein Buch. Nominative, dative, accusative. Another example. Please take screenshot in case you want, because this is very important. Another example. They are sending us flowers. They are sending us flowers. So it is who are sending flowers? Nominative. What are they sending? Accusative. Who they are sending flower to? Dative. Sie senden uns die Blumen. Sie senden uns die Blumen. We are taking car from you. Now here in this case, it is somebody is taking something from someone. When we use from, we use von plus dative. So wir nehmen das Auto von dir. We use von. Wir nehmen das Auto von dir. Du nimmst die Bücher von uns. You are taking the books from us. Okay? Like nominative, accusative, dative also have articles. What are these? In nominative, der, die, das, ein, eine, ein, die. In accusative, dem, der, den, die, das, einen, eine, ein, die. In dative, dem, der, dem, einem, einer, einem, den, den. Okay? This is third category of articles. Now I want to say there is a verb gratulieren, which means to congratulate. He is congratulating the girl. Gratuliert. Now the girl is das Mädchen. Das Mädchen, dative, das becomes dem. Dem Mädchen. There are certain verbs which are dative. For example, gratulieren, antworten, danken, glauben. We have vertrauen, which means to trust. Verzeihen, to apologize, to excuse, and okay, there are few verbs. Whenever we use these verbs, sentence becomes dative. Whatever object is there, it's going to be the dative object. Let's try to understand through one example. Here, spend around 2 minutes of time and try to put the articles in the blanks. Okay, conjugate the verb according to the rule we have learned today. Go ahead, 2 minutes. All right. So in the first one, Paul antwortet dem Professor. Paul antwortet dem Professor. Paul antwortet dem Professor. Danken. Dankt die Tante. Die becomes der in dative. Dankt der Tante. Ich glauben Reporterin. Ich glaube der Reporterin. Vertrauen. Großvater. Vertraut dem Großvater. Dem, because it is dative. Verzeihen. Ich verzeihe dem Freund. Ich verzeihe dem Freund. Okay, this is how we use this dative. In A1, only this much understanding is required in dative. All right. So this is all for today as far as A1 is concerned. We have gone through very basic A1 topics. In the next session, which I'm going to start in at 1:30 today, we are going to start few interesting and complicated topics of A2 grammar, and we will learn more interesting grammatical concepts. Till then, thank you, and I believe you have enjoyed the session, though it was very slow, but the topics which I chose were complicated enough, were very important for you. Thank you. See you at 1:30.